every film or TV series hits the bullseye, but these characters always do.
Probably my fault. I shot an arrow at them last year.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 archers in movies and TV.
Is that what you know?
For this list, we're considering TV and movie characters who exhibit expert ability with the bow and arrow, or some variation, such as the crossbow.
I'm gonna stomp your ass!
Number 10. Ygritte, Game of Thrones.
Ygritte!
A member of the Free Folk, or wildlings to those south of the Wall, Ygritte is possessed of an indomitable spirit and almost boundless courage.
You're jealous.
Her relationship with Jon Snow is complicated to say the least, and creates some of Game of Thrones' steamiest moments.
Ygritte.
You swore some vows. I want you to break them.
But it's this fiery redhead's work with a bow and arrow that's most impressive. Ygritte's use of the bow is practically second nature to her. She's so at ease with shooting arrows that the bow seems almost a part of her body.
Right now, all I want to think about is each one of these arrows fanning its way into a crow's heart.
We could be waiting here a while.
Good. The longer we wait, the more arrows I'll have.
Number 9. John Rambo, the Rambo franchise.
Are you telling me that 200 men against your boy is a no-win situation for us?
You send that many, don't forget one thing.
What?
A good supply of body bags.
They don't call him Rambo for nothing. Post-traumatic stress may mess with his mind, but his survival skills are still top-notch.
You don't seem to want to accept the fact that you're dealing with an expert in guerrilla warfare. With a man who's the best. With guns, with knives, with his bare hands.
John Rambo has trained with weaponry for most of his life, and while he's sure effective with a machine gun, it's his custom compound bow we're most interested in today. When a gun's impractical, a knife's just not gonna cut it, and stealth is key.
What is it?
A bow, no sound.
This is one action hero who won't be denied his vengeance. Hell, he even has explosive arrow tips and manages to down a helicopter with his bow. You ain't gonna see Robin Hood do that. Number 8. Prince Ashitaka, Princess Mononoke.
Hey, sir! I've still got your bow and arrows!
In Hayao Miyazaki's animated epic historical fantasy, Prince Ashitaka is searching for a cure for the curse placed on his right arm by a deadly demon.
A demon?
Ashitaka is cast in the mold of the traditional epic hero.
I was prepared the very moment that I let my arrow fly.
But he's less enthralled with this role than is typical. It's duty rather than enthusiasm that drives him.
Take it easy. I'm trying to get you out.
But that doesn't keep him from using his incredible skill with the bow and arrow whenever the opportunity presents itself. Number 7. Neytiri, Avatar.
With Neytiri, it's learn fast or die.
For the Na'vi people in James Cameron's groundbreaking film, archery is an integral part of their way of life.
They're fond of arrows, dipped in a neurotoxin that'll stop your heart in 1 minute.
Princess Neytiri is one of their greatest champions with the bow.
You may make your bow from the wood of home tree.
That's good news for hero Jake Sully, whose bacon she saves with her precise way with an arrow. Neytiri is skillful in all aspects of archery, but she earns extra points for the way she can whip an arrow into a desired target while she's flying gracefully through the air. Number 6. Clint Barton, Hawkeye, the Avengers franchise.
Yeah, get in line.
Clint Barton doesn't get to don his familiar Hawkeye costume in the Avengers.
Give me a lift?
Right. Better clench up, Legolas.
But
that doesn't keep him from demonstrating his exquisite mastery of the bow.
I put an arrow through Loki's eye socket, I'd sleep better, I suppose.
Once released from Loki's evil mind control, Hawkeye takes full advantage of his freedom to show the invading alien army that in the hands of a marksman, the arrow is a match for any advanced technology.
Well, they can't bank with a dam. Find a tight corner.
And for any Asgardian god, for that matter. Number 5. Daryl Dixon, The Walking Dead.
Daryl.
A guy living in a world overrun by zombies wants to avoid attracting their attention, which is why Daryl Dixon's use of a silent crossbow rather than a noisy gun is an inspired choice.
One wrong move, you get an arrow in the ass, just so you know.
Dixon starts out as a bit of an outcast.
And get down on your knees.
But his skill with the crossbow and his intense determination bring him and the group of survivors closer together.
Come on, people, what the hell?
Good thing, too, as Dixon and his crossbow come in handy on more than one occasion. Number 4. Oliver Queen, Green Arrow, Arrow.
Interpol calls him Deadshot because he never misses. You can look this up after I go.
After going through a brutal 5 years during which he had to live by his wits, rich boy Oliver Queen emerged as a world-class champion with the bow. His competition, the evil Malcolm Merlin,
You can't beat me, Oliver.
might be able to compete with him, but Oliver's obsessive-compulsive drive gives him just enough edge to win.
It's over.
If I've learned anything as a successful businessman, it's redundancy.
Surrounded by a team of dedicated, if sometimes difficult colleagues,
If you're not leaving, I'm not leaving.
Oliver intends to clean up Starling City with his bow, his arrows, and his ruthless efficiency.
Are you prepared to sacrifice your freedom for her?
Number 3. Legolas, the Lord of the Rings franchise.
And you have my bow.
Legolas is an important presence in the Lord of the Rings books, but the films take his bow hunting skills to an entirely new level. Director Peter Jackson uses cinematic trickery at its best to create the kind of shots no real-life archer could ever make. But then, most real-life archers aren't elves, are they?
Forgive me.
No matter whether reality enters into it or not, Legolas's on-screen feats are a joy to behold.
43.
Number 2. Katniss Everdeen, the Hunger Games franchise.
I hardly know anything about you except that you're stubborn and good with a bow.
That about sums me up.
The world of the Hunger Games films is brutal for those not lucky enough to be born into the right class.
If you teach me how to make a fishhook like that, I could teach you how to hunt.
Katniss Everdeen learned her archery skills out of necessity, but she hones them to a degree that few others could. Still, it's not so much what she does with the bow and arrow that earns Katniss such praise, as it is her incredible spirit, quick thinking, innate sense of strategy, and selflessness.
You can hunt.
Exactly.
She's everything an archer wants to be.
We should probably hunt around here. We don't have any food left.
Okay, I'll take the bow. I'm just kidding.
Before we take aim at our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Trust in this bow, and it will not easily miss.
Number 1. Robin Hood, the Robin Hood franchise.
Who are you?
Robin of Locksley.
He is the template from which all other archers on this list are drawn.
This is my last arrow.
And with good reason. Whether enacted by Douglas Fairbanks in the silent era, Kevin Costner in more recent years,
Needs be.
or an animated fox voiced by Brian Bedford,
I love you more than life itself.
the character is dashing, courageous, good-hearted, and the most accomplished archer in pop culture. Robin Hood has survived through the ages, not because of his celebrated skill, but because of his celebrated spirit.
A pox on the phony King of England! Oh, the lally!
Robbing from the rich and giving to the poor, he's always on target where it counts the most. Do you agree with our choices?
Well, you both deserved so much better.
What other famous archers deserve to be on this list? For more sharpshooting top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
You plan on sitting here scratching your balls till winter.